So now that we've got this plate off, we can see exactly what went wrong here. Oh man, I broke this thing a couple different ways. But yeah, this obviously broke off and then got jammed up in here. I'm lucky I could still move the helm, but I don't know if these parts will still be good. I have to decide if I'm gonna get a new unit or just a new belt. This is what's gonna end up costing me a pretty penny. Now this is broken, that's it, I need a new part. Bummer. Ooh.
That's landscaping there.
And then Nicole wanted to see the plant.
You see it?
Oh wow, yeah. Doing a little goodbye dinner here for Stephanie.
Very good.
You may notice I got a little bit of a hairdo today. I'll just show more of that later. For now. Nicole got one too.
I did.
Look at that.
We're
Look
matching.
at that. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
We're having ourselves a morning of mornings. Look at this breakfast Nicole is making.
Oh, I made the Danish and the muffins. I grabbed the honeydew. I squeezed the orange juice.
Squeezed it, huh?
Yeah, I squeezed the sausage out of the pig.
Oh, you squeezed it. That's not sausage when you do that, Nicole. Maybe we're not gonna eat these brown links here. Yeah, maybe not. Anyway, how's your ribs doing? They okay?
Right, they're fine.
You laugh a lot, so you hurt a lot. And the thing that's funny too is like, hold on, with those braids, it's perfectly on there. Why do you let me do that?
Invasive.
So invasive.
For some reason.
You kind of like it, don't you?
I do like it.
Yeah.
It looks good on me.
You look like. Alright, this is the adventure today. All the way through. my calculations are correct, which sometimes they are, I should be able. Look at that! Just
Right.
and the engine's not even close to the bottom. Oh, nice!
Don't look down! Don't look, Daniel! Don't look down! Ah! Don't down! Ah!
Nicole, Unfortunately, Stephanie doesn't see the big smile that she's having.
Dude, I want to go to the beach. Look at all the bubbles.
You like the bubbles, Nicole?
I love the bubbles. Almost missed my landing. Oh, there's the sand. Hey! That was awesome fun.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah.
Make sure your mom knows you had fun.
I had so much fun.
She was worried about you.
I was scared, but I had
That dog all love. Stephanie's gotta say goodbye to Kaijin Roo now. Give your mama a big hug goodbye. Aww. Aww. Okie dokie. I have made a mistake. We're getting some things done. Today's a big errand day, last full day with the car, so we gotta move. This is normally one of my 3 diesel jerry jugs, but I forgot that I put this on there. Gas. So I've now got 5 gallons of gasoline in my sailboat. It's gonna cost me about $50 lesson, $60 lesson here. So I've shut off the fuel, so that's off now. And there's no way what's in here has been mixed. This should be pure diesel in there. But yeah, I'm going to drain what's in here and just try to pull it all out. So we'll see if, oh, that might just work out beautifully. If I can connect this. All right, so far this is actually going extremely well. If I'm lucky, I can just do all of this, drain the tank completely. I think I'm gonna pour some diesel in, let that kind of swish around for a little bit, and then extract that as well, just to be really sure I got all the gasoline out. The lessons we learn on boats. This is a little bit of new diesel I introduced into the system. I wanted to have some of the other diesel go through and hopefully mix with any last bits of gasoline that are in there. And yeah, get all that out of there. On the upside, I don't think I'm gonna have any sort of bacterial growth stoppage that could happen in there. There's actually a type of bacteria that can grow and thrive off of diesel, and it forms these like snotty little chunks, and those snotty chunks will clog up your fuel lines, and then you are in a very, very, very bad place. So I don't think I'm gonna have those. That's the one upside to this. So we're back doing the hot tub again, and I'm calling this the hot tub curse, because it always goes wrong, but every time we get a little bit closer.
hotter.
Yeah, that's like super hot. You almost can't put your...
Yeah. Oh, it's getting hotter and hotter.
But yeah, you can see this is the water level around this. So it's only the water level in here that's keeping this like it.
Yeah.
Well, can't do anything else. I'm gonna load the last bit of the wood and then enjoy this darn thing. All right, this begins the next chapter. Just about to go meet Eddie for the first time. He's been a patron, a supporter of mine for many, many months, and he's been chosen to be my crew member to sail 600 nautical miles from the Bahamas to North Carolina. Let's go pick him up. Obviously, this is sort of a special place. Look at that little pupper. He's all ready to see Nicole's dad and Eddie. Huh? Yeah.
Hi, Dad.
Good to meet you.
How are you?
The man, the myth, the legend has arrived.
No, that is you.
We don't have to beach the dinghy. We just gotta pull in the dive boat.
This is all beach jerky.
This is all beach.
Do you have any alcohol?
We're towing an extra one just with our luggage. This is the high life right here. So welcome to the Grand Lakaya waterway. You can imagine how all of this was supposed to be houses with just dock after dock here. There was supposed to be 1,000 boats like that in here, but the Bahamas happened. And now it's our free anchorage. And just over that is the open ocean, which we can go check out today.
Yeah.
I think we should.
For a dinghy adventure.
All right, Eddie, this is your home for the next however long it takes us. How do you feel about that?
I go where you roam, I go.
I like that. Adventureborne. And now you're gonna have the V-berth. That'll be your room for this voyage, for this trip.
Okay. And it was in Gulfport, Florida.
The whole gang out for a swim.
Yeah.
Eddie, what?
Oh my gosh, you guys are actually lifting it.
But I prefer to do this than to mess with an anchor.
So it goes like this. It's adorable. It goes just like that with this duck out.
We have a couple of weather windows that are looking really good to go north. We've been discussing and we might go very, very soon. I thought we would have like a few days of waiting. So it'll depend on how fast we get the boats ready, what we feel like doing. You know, we can afford to wait longer if we want. All right, day 2 here. I've got Eddie down below the boat. He is scrubbing the bottom, so we're gonna be a little bit quicker out there. That'll be great. Here we've got the old Autopilot, and then here we've got the new one. I just screwed the holes. They made it really easy. I just used the same template from the other backing there. They've got little holes that are numbered too. Super simple. Should work. I should just have to plug this thing in. I just put some dielectric grease in there. Try to make sure that way there can't be any sort of rust or any sort of corrosion. So the next project I'm working on here is the whisker pole. Whisker pole's interior locking mechanism that you twist wasn't doing the job. And I did duct tape before. That kind of worked, but it gets stuck. So now I've extended it and I put hose clamps here. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of duct tape here so it can't be pulled out, which I doubt will happen, but just in case, it'll also push this down so it doesn't get in the way of anything. And yeah, we'll see how that holds. All right, Eddie, how does the bottom look?
It is copper tone baby, but smooth. There is no algae there at all.
We're gonna sail so fast as we have to reef our sails to keep up, slowing down with Artha over there. All right, Eddie, up we go.
Here we go.
We are going high, going all the way. So we're also teaching Eddie how to use winches today and the clutches. So
I gotta change positions.
it's been a little while since I've been up my mast. We have now reached the first spreader. You can see my boat from here. See all over. Yeah. We still got a little more ways to go. Yep, we're gonna go all the way to the top. We have now reached the second spreader. I'm really regretting not putting more onto that little shackle right there. Well, I've learned my lesson though. Just a little further up. Let's go. All right, we have reached the top. Pretty darn cool. Let's get to work. All right, we can see what the problem is here. It's looking a little burnt. So unfortunately, I can't quite work right here. I know it looks like Daniel just do it, but I can't quite step up to it. I need to have something to put my feet on so I can actually look over top of this. So I have to go all the way back down and figure out a jerry rig to make a bosun sure that I can step up with. Let's go. Can you see that little sea turtle from up here? Look at that guy. Look at that little sea turtle. Let's see. Can I get the sea turtle? Do you see the sea turtle? Oh, he just dove under. Anyway, good news is those LED light sockets fit this. Amazing, and they turned on, so it's just the bulbs. I kind of did just pay like $83 for these 2 LED bulbs, which was a bit much, but I'm just happy that it works. You know, you have to trust your life to this thing, but when you lean back, it actually gets fairly comfortable. What a time. What a place, look at this view. Funny thing is Eddie has never used a winch before. This is me teaching him how to use a winch. And it's funny because my life is literally in his hands. And initially I showed him how to do a clutch like this, how to release it so it's a nice smooth descent. But he wasn't confident enough in the winch, which is understandable. He's never used it before. So we went with a different method that was very herky-jerky. And now look at this. This is his second time. This man's doing great work down here. Ground level. Hey, excellent job on that one. I could feel the difference. I had my camera out the whole time and I was actually talking about it.
You are an awesome instructor, sir.
Trying. And at the moment, we may be sailing out tomorrow afternoon. It's looking up 8 bow projects today, 8 of them. Good morning, it is day 3 here. We've got Eddie having a bowl of the breakfast mix. And I made enough, so we're gonna bring it over to Nicole and Jim. Today's the big day. Today, we're going. All right, check it out. We got Nicole's provisions and everything. I got my provisions and everything. We're gonna gear the boats up, do maybe a little trash run here and there, and start tightening the boats, and probably the next hour should be good to go. All right. So fast! All right. Nicole is out of here. We are a second behind. We've got pizza, we got provisions. Yeah, we're looking good to go here. I will be directing you to help pull up the anchor. It'll be nice and easy. Put your hand on here, and I'm gonna show you what it feels like, because I don't want you to go, this boat does not do that.
Does it go in the gear and throttle all in one?
Yes.
Okay.
So, this is gonna be forward. You ready?
We're engaged.
That's forward.
Yep.
And then neutral.
Got it.
Neutral. I always give it just a little jiggle.
Yep. That way you're in the middle.
Yep. And then reverse will be something similar in the back. We can go for it. Yep. Nice, natural. We won't need more than just that little bit extra, but you can see how you can click it out and it won't quite be in there. So you got it down.
Get it past the clutch.
Let's blow this joint. Pop the top. Let's see what he knows. That was good. Now I should have said some things like, you know, forward this or that, but I like to see that he knows it. And you know what I like about this spot? I can't run around like I did the last one. That was excellent. That was textbook. That was textbook. Excellently done. This place was yet again very, very, very good to me. So I had to do a few things yesterday to the boat, and I just had to watch to make sure I had lined up the helm correctly again, because I had him underwater and, you know, it was murky, so if he didn't see it right, I could have a helm that's not lined up. And it's just a good south wind too. Like, look at that. That's got to be 13 to 15 knots right there. That is fantastic. Ooh, the current right here throws the boat back and forth. Pretty interesting. It swirls. This all was one big jetty until Hurricane Dorian just blew it all out, I guess. All right, we are under autopilot right now. Let's go see how Eddie is doing. Who's driving the boat? Hey, it works. It works. The autopilot. Nice. Well, we'll see. We gotta make it past this jetty and the reef out here. So we are like 3 hours into the sail, and we just hit wind a second ago, and we're just blazing 7.5 knots, no problem. So I've relaxed the motor quite a bit into its most neutral. Got a terrible smell going on right now. I'll show you why. This is what they keep in Freeport. Probably be right next to her in the next hour. We don't need to pass her. I'm not trying to put any more motor on or anything like that. She's motoring and sailing. We're gonna parallel the island, get right up against West End, and then yeah, we'll see how the weather is. The Gulf Stream might be once we get past West End, and then hopefully we can slowly start moving into that Gulf Stream, because I want to sail at 8 knots and only feel like I'm sailing at 4 or 5. Like, that is just so cool. That's what this trip is about. It's the Gulf Stream and getting to Oriental. So super cool. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's finally happening. Gonna be a whole new home. Shutting off the motor. Hear that bumpity bumpity bump?
That the motor slowing down?
That was the propeller going. That was the propeller moving because there was no force on it. So we put it into reverse to lock it.
Keep holding or let it go.
Center up. There's been talk over on Arda about putting a reef in their main. Nicole asked my opinion. I just said, hey, do whatever you think you can handle over there. But I did just advise them to pull in their dinghy. I just can't see that not being a problem. So I'm proud to say we've gone through one pizza. Now we got 2 others here to choose from. We have, this is the garden one, I believe. That's looking pretty good. So we have to keep our boat slow so Nicole can keep up. So we decided to just point straight at them now. We did all this effort to sail upwind, and now we're just gonna go downwind right on them.
speed up. And look, you turn the motor on?
Right. Yep. Super cool. We are off. To be honest, what I'm most excited about at the moment is the wind blocking to the east and then to the south, and just having smooth seas the whole way there. So it's about midnight 30. Nicole's dad was at the tiller for a while, and unfortunately they were only doing like 3.7 knots, and I was sleeping during that, and then I noticed how far back they were. I don't think it's that far back, I think it just kind of looks that way, but either way, we did a downwind sail to bring in the jib, and then the jib's half in or more, which is very difficult for me as a sailor in this light winds. And now we've turned around and we're just gonna go right back and be nice close to Arda, and that way we can all sail together. So this is what we're doing. We're sailing back towards them, then we're gonna turn around again to match them. We're gonna let out as much jib as we have to match their speed, and hopefully what I really want for this trip is us to find a good groove where they can be consistent with their speed, we can be consistent with ours, we could just stick together real easy. So cheers to that. 220. Tough for me to do. I hate having sails flapping, but I don't want to keep passing her, but she thankfully just turned her motor on. And I don't know how, but we're doing like 5 knots right now, so we must be getting a piece of the Gulf Stream, I think. It's the only way. So we are averaging, I think, right about 8.5, which is exactly what we need to average to get into that inlet in the daylight. So there's a really good chance we're probably going to have a nighttime inlet run at Morehead City. That's fine. 8.5 is nice. I am very happy with that. And I could see us going faster as the weather progresses. Went through the night pretty good. As always, I slept with my trusty egg timer, 15-minute intervals. And Eddie was on watch a lot of the night, but I was sort of on watch as well pretty much the whole night because I had to do sail changes. I had to slow us down to match the speed of Nicole. I actually turned the whole boat around. That was crazy. Yeah, Eddie's finally, I think, getting some sleep up in the bow. It's looking like a beautiful day. I see Jim standing up there. There we go. There we go. All right, they started going off course there a bit, but we're looking good. My jib kind of snuckily unfurled probably a foot, I would say. It gave us a little bit more power, so we've been catching them. They're up full sails, and I hope they stay like that because they've been putting on a good speed, and it means I don't have to slow down too much more. It's like Nicole and her dad Jim are sailing along, but the autopilot overheated a bit, so they had to take it off and cool it down. Meanwhile, we took in even more jib, so that way we can more closely sail with them. I want to get them back ahead of me once more. We're definitely doing good. We're making some good progress here. We were doing like 9 to 10 knots. I have a feeling now we'll be doing more like 8 to 9 knots to slow down with Nicole again. All right, so things were going well, and now they are not. Yep. Oh shoot, it took out a jack line too, or a lazy jack line. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
safe.
Slack out the mainsail about 6 feet.
That's the white. What color?
Yep.
White?
Yep. You can leave it on the winch. You just want to slowly pay it out. Yep.
Nice.
Alright, we can go back to you.
Got it. I have the knife.
I figured it. Oh, I'm good. Put it back in its slot. Go, champ. I think the camera can see that. That is Sea Majesty, a bulk carrier, whatever that is, but he is pretty close. He is within a quarter mile of me, if not. I think he's a lot more than a quarter mile of me. But he is very, very close. The moonlight, I can really make him out. Yep, that is a little closer than I would have liked. I feel better once he's behind me. Wow, he got real close. That is a surefire way to not come back. Good morning. I'm looking a little rough. It's day 3. Feel pretty good. I got some decent sleep right in here throughout the night. Yeah, it was pretty good. I think at one point I got like an hour-long sleep, or maybe 2, something like that. I think I hit REM sleep because Eddie took watch for quite a while. He took watch, I think, until like 4:30. Did a little bit extra, and yeah, that was good. So look, we got Nicole. She's out here in the sun. Conditions are looking pretty nice. Not a ton of wind, and what we're looking at is kind of in a sour spot instead of a sweet spot, where if we keep going, we make our place on time for sunlight. If we keep going, we make our place at nighttime, like just barely at nighttime. We'd have to really speed up to make it at daylight. So there's talk of turning in early, at Wilmington probably, or there's talk of going through a 4th night. So it'll be 5 days, 4 nights to get to Moorhead in the morning. At the moment, I kind of like that plan. It'll probably mean some more motoring, which I'm fine with. And yeah, we'll see. All right, Eddie, how are you doing? What's going on?
I'm here because people have a compelling interest in my hairstyle.
I guess so. Your real ulterior motives is the hairdo.
You gotta do the do.
Gotta do the do. All right. Well, besides the do, how would you describe the voyage so far? In honest, nitty-gritty terms, talk about it.
Medium challenging. Because of the newness of everything.
Yeah.
There's a tremendous physical aspect of cruising and taking passages.
It is to be passage making.
Because of passage making, that you're not there's no way you could watch videos and grasp the whole intensity that it can be.
Yeah. something funny that Eddie said to me on this trip is he said they never, like when we were going through some heavies, he's like, they never show this on sailing YouTube videos. The truth is they do, but it never looks like it on camera. What you feel when you're on the boat is 100 times more than what it looks like on the camera. You just cannot feel it when you're sitting on your butt watching it. So that was definitely a little bit of a lesson learned there. What else has been challenging for you while you've been on here?
Adapting to new people and fitting in, and learning to adapt to everybody around and contribute to the cause of getting ready.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we came. So you got to be able to sort things out. And
so you're referring to more than just me. You're referring to before we left.
The whole aspect, even the preparedness, and like what equipment do I need to have? You know, what to get in the
even
best.
the taxi driver that you had to lead by the nose.
Yes. And when we got to the Bahamas, that was funny. They didn't even know where the roads to get to where you had your boat in a nice honey hole. And so Google Earth saved the day.
Yeah, so I mentioned this to them that despite the fact these guys are cab drivers on a relatively small island with very few roads, they will not know where something is that's not like blatantly obvious. And if you show them Google Maps, they still won't know. They just don't understand Google Maps. So yeah, it took you guys what, like an extra half hour to get to where we were?
Yeah, about that, you know. And so thankfully Google Earth was able to come up because we were able to just keep moving down the island and find this street because he had no idea where it was.
Yeah.
So we're searching live time for it.
That's funny. So as far as actually sailing on this passage has been, now I know you haven't gotten a terrible amount of sleep so far. You haven't eaten. Have you eaten at all?
Well, I did the pizza baptism with you.
Oh, that's right.
Because that is a tradition that Daniel has. He likes pizzas to start off the cruises. So I had a few pieces, and then I found out that the sea state and pizza in my stomach weren't friends.
Yeah. Now, at that point, had you had some of the Philly cheesesteak pizza?
No, that was number 3. I had one of those, and I said, that was the last time I ate.
Yeah, Philly cheesesteak pizza was a bad idea. I feel like I shouldn't have to say that. I feel like I should have known that, but here I am anyway. The garden pizza was definitely the best one. It was the lightest one. That was really, I could have eaten that all day. I wish I had that right now. That'd be amazing. I'm gonna have to go eat in a minute.
You know, but I think you've seen, I knew that I've been seasick before on boats. It happens.
Yeah, you're handling it well.
Yeah,
I've seen people just be totally comatose, completely useless, but you're doing it well.
And so the best way for me to handle it was just give my old heave go out the stern.
Yeah.
And then for me, it was just have some water and eat. You know, just drink some water, and I'm doing fine.
What's our heading?
Too much. Daniel,
Power down. Don't talk to the camera. Power down. Power it. Keep turning the helm. Get us out of it. When you power us up like that, you have to, there you go, now bring it back and level out at 40. When you power up like that, it will hold the boat and it will continue to want to round you up. You have 2 choices. You can round up, flap the hell out of the sails. It's a lot of noise and you'll almost come to a dead stop, and then you can quickly pivot turn. Or you can do what you just did, which is power down the helm, and you can only do that in so much wind. If there was more wind, you would not have been able to do that. And but when you do that, you maximize the wind on the sails, which can be a little scary, a little bit much, but then you'll shoot out of it. But the best way is to just not get into it. Do not allow the boat to be rounded up based on the sail configuration I have for us right now.
So we're going vertical here on an element of this, learning what this passage is what Daniel just explained. Because until you get on a boat, it's a whole different world.
Yeah. So the toilet's clogged. Let's see if this will hold me in place while I do my business. Well, that went pretty good. I didn't throw it off the back. This is the real side of sailing. Stuff you don't normally see. Well, hello. So does yours. Looks well driven. Their autopilot's been out, so they got a hand steer this whole trip. My heart goes out to them. All right. I did not get any sleep last night, but I don't feel too bad. It is a beautiful sunrise. Look at that. Oh. few things go wrong in the night. The engine overheated. I was able to fix that pretty quickly. Just put a bunch of water into the coolant reservoir, and that seemed to work. We're still motoring at 9 knots this morning. So I've been able to get us into a good spot in the Gulf Stream, so navigation's going well. I think we've got about 24 hours left until we're in that inlet. My only concern here now is our diesel capacity. I'm hoping that we're done motoring in the next like 4 hours and be able to sail for like the next 8 after that, or 10 hopefully. If that's the case, I don't have to worry about diesel. And if it's not the case, I have to worry about diesel. So I believe right now we've got like 9 knots of wind behind us, and that's why we can't feel any wind, and that's why the main's doing that annoying noise. So this is sailing life. This is making the passage. Nicole is like 2 miles ahead right now. I don't know how, but I'm not pushing my motor anymore, especially if I'm doing 9 knots. So I might just have to catch up with her when the sails are out. So I've got to go up deck and fix that. Well, things are certainly improving. I've spent so much of this trip on my phone, between the AIS monitor so I can check out all the other ship traffic, the Gulf Stream current indicator, the grid files and other weather, and then Navionics, and then WhatsApp to chat back and forth with Nicole. Those 5 apps I've just been boop, 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 boop. So I've been making the plan for this whole sailing trip here. Just a few minutes ago, I pointed us out of the Gulf Stream. So the Gulf Stream is sort of going northeast, so we are now officially going like dead north to Morehead City. We are currently doing like 9 knots, sometimes 10, sometimes down as low as 7, so I think we're getting towards the edge of the Gulf Stream. There'll be other eddies of it though that'll keep pushing us out, which is nice. Funny enough, the downside is we are going a little too fast. At this rate, I figure we'll probably be at the inlet at like 4 or 5 a.m. Again, we'll see, because who knows how much we'll slow down. We might end up doing 3 knots for a little while once we're out of the Gulf Stream and trying to get up in there. But yeah, that's pretty much what my morning's been about. There we go. He referred to his sleep as precious. Yeah, I didn't get any sleep last night. I just kind of couldn't. Just too many things going on. I had to worry about the engine. And yeah, I just wasn't feeling it, so I didn't get much sleep. But I feel really good. I don't feel nearly as haggard as I did to start this trip. It really does. It takes about 3 days, and then your body adjusts, and then you're ready to go. Just in time for us to be done. So yeah, pretty excited. We are down to our last 100 miles. It's gonna fly by. It's crazy. 650 nautical miles. That is wild. And yeah, from the Bahamas to North Carolina, such a difference in ecosystems, water temperature, everything. Weather, country. Yeah, it's on a bit of a haul. The wind has been piping up here. My hair is looking as bad as it's ever looked. That's fine. I'll take that for 3.5 days on the ocean. Nicole's managing. She's off there in the distance, about 1.7 nautical miles away and closing. She overshot the Gulf Stream a little bit more than I did. And yeah, she's paying for it, I think. But we are now gonna make some sandwiches. And this time, Eddie would like one.
Feed me!
He is ready to eat. He got seasick, so he didn't eat the first time. Like before, we'll be doing this on the heel. It might be a little bit more heeled than last time, so it'll be every bit as fun to watch. Oh, there we go. Are they going for the bow? You, buddy! Put the autopilot on. Come up. Trust me, you want to see this. Yeah, buddy. Woo! Amazing. Look at the colors on that one. Yeah, come on, boys. Who is the fastest? them. Woo. Come on! Oh, I'm so close! So close! I don't think one has ever touched my foot. They're so smart. They just know. Oh. That was super cool. Dude, good eyes, way to spot that. That was really cool. So something that was occurring to me while I was up there, this might be my last sail on Adventureborne. And if so, we're definitely doing it justice. And we're doing like 7.5 knots here. So these are some really, really good conditions. We're going fast enough that the dolphins like it, so that's how you know it's really good. All right, we are teaching Eddie how to surf the boat and how to stay within a 10-digit heading, meaning he can only go between 20 and 30 on the compass. And it's not easy, not with this sea state, not with this following seas. We got pretty good wind, and honestly the sails could probably be balanced a little better, so it's a bit my fault. This is good training. How do you feel? You getting the groove?
I'm grooving.
Am I distracting you?
No.
Good man, good
Fearless
man.
captain, I fear nothing.
Ah.
Except your wrath.
Well, as I always say whenever there's bad morale, the beatings will continue until morale improves.
Aye, matey.
We're not out of the woods yet. So for some reason, I think it was because we had the speaker over here, and I think it was just sitting right here playing. And I think that the magnets from it was enough to distort the compass for the autopilot, and it just kind of went haywire. So we just don't have an autopilot, we don't have a readout either. Thankfully we still have the good old-fashioned compass here, but it's just a lot easier to go off of this autopilot. We're about to lose the sun and we won't have anything else to guide off of, so yeah, we're definitely figuring it out. Thankfully, however, I took a picture of it, put it into ChatGPT, and said, the compass is not working all of a sudden, what went wrong? And I kind of figured it out as ChatGPT did, but it gave me the right prompts to put in here to go through the menu section. So, yeah, big shout for ChatGPT. Check out this very, very custom headlamp lit compass I got here. Hopefully that thing's done calibrating soon, because it's not as much fun to stare at this thing as just having the autopilot on. Looks like. All right, this is the last part of the adventure. 5 miles of going between these pretty big buoys, very well laid out. It's honestly really straightforward. I'm just surprised how much damage I did to my boat on this sail. Ripping out some of the lazy jacks and damaging the sail pack, but I was able to get the mainsail back in just fine. The sail itself is fine. I'll do those repairs later. But for now, I just want to get anchored up for the night and be set. All right, Nicole's boat is just up ahead. She got anchored in quite a bit before me. Super excited to be back. It's the first time my sailboat's been back in the US in about 3 years. Cannot wait to get anchored up and call this mission complete. Nicole, we did it! Coming into anchor. This is so nice. Good job, Kaijin Roo. Kaijin Roo! Oh, pupper dog! We did it, Nicole, we did it! You ready for the stillness?
Nice work.
Teamwork, buddy.
Way to go, Captain.
Way to go, first mate. We made it. We're here. USA, baby.
3 years for you, huh?
Yeah.
That's,
I don't know how that happened.
that's why you're the Adventureman Dan.
Yeah, guess I was having some fun. That happens when you live on a sailboat. You can live anywhere. But I am happy to be back here. And I am so happy that we're back here on like the calmest day possible. This is nice. All right, let's get some sleep. All right. Good morning. It is 8 o'clock in the morning here. We slept in, I guess. Woke up to Nicole and her dad on her bow, the little air horn going doo 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 doo. And it was super annoying, and it woke me up, and now here we are. I think they would have boarded us had we not woken up to that. And this is where we ended up. Look at this place. Wow, this is not the Bahamas. There's something wrong with the water. I can't see the bottom. And it doesn't look very warm. Good morning.
Looks like you emptied your holding tank.
Oh, at least I got a holding tank. All right, we're heading that way. Eddie, are you ready to sail the ICW?
Let's go.
Good morning. Good morning. We made it.
On the other side.
Yeah. O-Town we go. O-Tay. That's Jay. You made it. It's good to see you, buddy. Hey, at least we got to see each other on this one.
At least not at night.
Yeah, might as well be. I don't know where I am. Take care, man. We'll chat soon. So we were hoping to be able to stop at the same place and say hi and chat and everything, but it looks like they're gonna keep going and we're gonna keep going. That's just really cool to get to see Jay. Jay's such a good friend of mine. And it's cool. This place looks very, very different than what I've been at for so long now. 3 years I've been away. 3 years. All right, here we go. First bridge ducking. Plenty of oysters. Look at that. Who's hungry this morning? Yeah, plenty of oysters. Wow, look at that railroad track. Is this your first time going under a bridge with a sailboat?
Yes.
You're doing great. It always looks like you're about to hit, always. Even if there's like 20 feet clearance. So one thing I don't miss about all this is, okay, cool, he came off plane. I've done this route before, and there's been Viking power boats that came by and just didn't let up. They just threw a 4-foot wake inside of a channel. One thing I can think of is, it's cool to be back in a country where things kind of just work. Like, I don't know how else to say it. I love the Bahamas, but like, you can't get much done there besides relax and chill out. But here is a very different story. Look at that, that is a nice travel lift. The last time I went through here was 6 years ago that I went through here. 6 years ago, it's crazy. Just after I got my boat. So some of the first places I was doing solo sailing, solo traveling on the boat. All right, I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. Look at that sail. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at these places. These houses are so beautiful. You'll think this is silly, but I just had a moment there. As I smelled fresh cut grass, I just realized for the first time in years, I have not smelled just regular grass. Not cutting jungle, not mowing the sand, actual grass. That was great. Ah, it feels so good to be back. Now, these are a lot more cookie cuttered through here. flying that drone and getting to see all this from above is pretty rad. Look at this. Oh, this is cool. It's crazy. 4 days ago, we were in the Bahamas. 4 days ago. Always be careful. Your prop is always ready to get fouled up on these. So it's really nice. I don't have to be driving right now. Eddie's being an absolute champ, taking the helm. And it's also really good for me because he just has to follow them. So it makes it really easy. I don't have to worry about my boat. You got this boat dragging what might be shrimp nets, I guess. I don't know how far back this thing goes. That is wild. I've never seen that. Oh yeah, look at that. Just scooping up everything. Remember that, folks. People give me so much grief for taking one fish at a time that I'm gonna eat everything off of. And that stuff. Just remember that. Blows my mind that people will have such animosity towards a spear fisherman taking one fish at a time, one lobster, one thing intentionally. I got that thing just scooping whatever's in the water. Blows my mind. Land ho! The Oriental Bridge over there. My new home. Pretty cool. I'm just excited to go get a hot shower and use a real toilet, considering what we got going on with ours. How about you? Are you ready to use the real toilet?
Yes. I'm in the commode mode.
Oh no, we gotta dock quick. All right, Eddie, come on up. I'll let you stand against the forestay. There you go. All right, 650 nautical miles, 3.5 days in the open ocean. We did it. Woo! Oriental, my new home, super excited. Here on a beautiful day, springtime. This is great. And just think, in only a half hour, we could be showering. You know? Well, not together. No. Never mind. Well, that came out all sorts wrong. The big thing is, folks, you gotta remember, I haven't had a real hot shower in like 180 days or whatever it's been, 150, I don't even know anymore. I got that one day at my friend's place, but the water wouldn't actually go all the way hot, kind of in classic Bahamas fashion. So I am very excited to soon have a hot shower and a warm bed, not moving. This is gonna be fantastic. And just like that, we made it. Bit skinny coming in here, dodging the transient boats. A little bit of wind to help push me back, actually makes it easier to dock. Bit of a tight slip, but this is what I've done before. The last time I was actually at a slip, I thought about it, was in Rodney Bay in St. Lucia. That's how long it's been since I've actually been at a slip. Oh my gosh. What a trip this has been.
Yeah.
Oh, this place is gorgeous.
Daniel is.
You are precious.
Oh,
Look at you.
Think I'm precious?
Oh
Or
my
just not?
God. Oh my gosh. Hugs all around.
All right, y'all dig in.
I can get used to this.
What's the cake for?
Well, okay.
Nicole just flew the surprise.
I'm really good at doing that.
This is for
I
dinner.
said, what's the cake for? She was like, wait, don't look.
Okay.
It says Arda and
That is
Adventureman
amazing.
Dan. That is
Thank you so much.
cool.
Oh, thank you. That is wonderful.
I would have written Adventureman
No,
Dan,
no.
but I had to put each one of these on
A
my
and B.
hand.
That's it.
I
That's
can
it.
see each of the sprinkles are individually placed. Mom, that's gonna be so good.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
What a difference it is being here. Slept on a real bed last night, had a real hot shower. Look at the view here. Down there is Arda. This is bow to stern, Nicole's dad's business, as well as in their home right here, which is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, this is just like a whole other planet. We had a really big, fun family dinner last night, had a really fun family breakfast this morning, and it is just a totally different pace of life. I mean, the birds are chirping, look at all the trees here. So it's just very different. Everything is very different here, and I'm gonna have to start to adjust to it. This is not the same as I'm really in the rugged vagabond hunter-gatherer lifestyle I've been living. I'm definitely starting to realize just how long I've been away from normalcy and how weird it is just being back in the US and being back in a house. It's weird, but definitely in a good way. Like feeling carpet I haven't felt carpet in a really long time, I guess, like years and years. It just feels amazing. The hot shower obviously feels amazing. It's gonna take some getting used to, but I am excited to get used to regular life and see how productive I can be. I should be doing a lot of work, a lot of editing, and pursuing some new things as well that I can't wait to share with you guys. So appreciate you following along this adventure so far, but there's gonna be some fun stuff to come. And just like that, after nearly 4 years of sailing the Caribbean, through storms, sunset, friendships, and endless horizons, it all comes to an end right here. 3.5 days at sea, non-stop from the Bahamas to North Carolina. And this marks the end of my Caribbean chapter. This sailboat has carried me through some of the best years of my life. Every island, every mile, every lesson. It's all part of who I am now. But as one adventure ends, another begins. If you've been here since the first episode, when we both left the Dominican Republic, thank you for sticking around. And I hope you'll continue to, because what comes next is going to be wild. Many dreams, adventures, trips, and missions are planned. And I think it's going to be one wild ride. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. I hope you feel inspired to begin adventures of your own. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. For an exclusive, in-depth look at this adventure lifestyle and to further support my channel, become a member of my Patreon crew. Link in the description. I'll see you on the next adventure.